Russian bombardment killed at least 4 people and injured more than 5 over 24 hours in the frontline southern Ukrainian city of Kherson. On the other hand, Russian-installed officials in the eastern town of Horlivka said that Kiev's shelling killed 1 person. And for the first time, Ukraine is celebrating Christmas on the 25th of December amidst all of this, after the government changed the date from January 7th, when most Orthodox believers celebrate as a snub to Russia. So this is, of course, the updates coming in from the Russia-Ukraine front. Russian forces fired 71 shells at Kherson from Saturday to Sunday morning. The regional governor said Russians hit the city centre residential areas, medical and educational institutions and critical infrastructure facilities. Zelensky condemned what he called brutal terrorist shelling, deliberately targeting life-sustaining civilian infrastructure and ordinary streets. The Ukrainian president said that repair teams would work around the clock to restore electricity and heat supply to the city after the strikes. Ukraine recaptured Kherson following several months of Russian occupation in November last year. It is now a regular target for Moscow's forces based on the opposite bank of the Dnipro River, which became a natural front line as the conflict slowed to a war of attrition. Separately, Ukraine's Air Force on Sunday said that it had intercepted all but one of 15 drones launched by Russia overnight. Some 600 kilometers northeast of Kherson, in the town of Horlivka, in areas of Ukraine's Donetsk region under Russian control, a Russian-installed official said Ukraine's shelling destroyed a shopping center and several other buildings as well. The Russian-installed mayor of Horlivka said Ukrainian attacks killed 1 woman and wounded 6 civilians, while Moscow and Kiev deny targeting civilians. Both sides have carried out numerous strikes on each other's infrastructure that is critical to their militaries. Most Eastern Christian churches use the Julian calendar, where Christmas falls on the 7th of January. Now, rather than the Gregorian calendar used in everyday life and by Western churches, Zelensky now signed a law in July. Of course, the law was signed in July, moving the celebration to the 25th of December, which was a clear snub to Russia, which still follows it as per the other calendar when it is celebrated on the 7th of January, saying that it allowed, this is as per Zelensky, it said that he allowed Ukrainians to abandon the Russian heritage of imposing Christmas celebrations on the date in January. The date change is part of a hastened move since the invasion of Russia on Ukraine to remove traces of the Russian and Soviet empires. Other measures include renaming streets and removing monuments. The Orthodox Church of Ukraine formally broke away from the Russian Orthodox Church over Moscow's annexation of Crimea in 2014 and its support for separatists in eastern Ukraine.